Well, good evening, everybody. We welcome you to the live broadcast of Texas League Baseball here in the Panhandle of Texas. Fifth game of our six-game set between the visiting San Antonio Missions and your Amarillo Sod Poodles. First pitch coming at you right after our proud sponsor break here in this one. Shortstop Francisco Acuna to lead it off for San Antonio as we start the ball game off. Beautiful night, partly cloudy, temperature 99 degrees. As the game's first pitch has been in for the ball, it's 1-0. Joined also in the booth is my partner and friend, Bob. How you doing there, Bobby? Doing good there, Johnny. How are you? Well, doing all right. That one high and outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch, and outside is 3-0, and on deck is center fielder Guy Roberts. 3-0, and that's in for a strike, 3-1. The 3-1 by Jarvis, and that is outside for ball 4, so 5 pitches to lead off the ball game, and he loses him on ball 4. And now that's a early head-on for Francisco Acuna. Guy Roberts coming in, the center fielder. Takes down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Amarillo winning 4 of the 6-game series. Tonight, San Antonio trying to crush a 4-game losing streak and to hopefully get a road win tonight and tomorrow. Here's the 2-0 offering, and that one is in for a strike. It's 2-1. Well, hopefully that will be true right there, Johnny, but most evidently we'll see how the game turns out to be at the end of this one. That one right there, ground ball. The second for 1, they relay it in time, a double play. That's a Taco Villa 6-4-3. Don't forget, you could get 2 free tacos courtesy of Taco Villa. That one right there, presented by the double play against San Antonio. Here is Ethan Salas as he comes in, takes a strike. It's 0-1. Our proud sponsors here in Amarillo tonight: Taco Villa, Texas Burger, and Rose's Cafe and Tortilla Factory. And that one is outside, 1-1. When you look at Rose's Cafe being the proud sponsor of all of minor league baseball, even into West Texas baseball, pretty good as well on those Taco Night Tuesdays, $7.99, but no tax included. That one is right there. That's a line drive, straightaway center, through for a hit as Bryce Jarvis lets it get by him, and by golly, I gotta say, first time I stuttered. As the third hole hitter, Ethan Salas, gets on base, and now that's going to be in for a strike. It's 0-1 to the first baseman, Romeo Sanabria. Fans still piling in on this night. And yes, I did wake up from a nap just a little while ago. I bet you that's why you're stuttery, huh? Maybe a little bit, but I'm getting around, getting awake. And that's going to be a high pop-up. And nobody could get there, and that will land for a base hit. And so 2 back-to-back singles. Salas and Sanabria gets on bases. Yep. Here is Braden Carpathios as he takes a strike inside. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. The count now to the right fielder. San Antonio viewers say it's gray skies and 87 degrees. Rain cool air getting into the area of San Antonio. Pretty nice. Haven't seen anything bad as of late. And that one is outside. The count now 1-2. 2-on-2 out. Top of the first for San Antonio. That one is lined foul. 1-2. Partly cloudy skies, 99 degrees here in Amarillo, the panhandle of Texas.
That's a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Bryce Jarvis on the heel for Amarillo. And that is called strike 3. And that will be the 3rd out of this half inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left for San Antonio. And we go now to the bottom of the 1st. It's no score through half an inning. San Antonio right-hander is Ty Adcock. He's on the heel. ERA at even 3. Strikeout at 35.7%. And 333 averaging the left-handed batter on averages. Drew Jones coming in now for Amarillo. We lead off the bottom half of the 1st inning for the Sod Poodles. As he takes that one in for a strike, it's 0-1. Got a lot of people watching, especially here, YouTube Live. Make sure you download the app and make sure you check out Bally Live. You can watch your favorite minor league team from single A to double A to triple A and even high A. High A baseball. And right there, that is strikeout number 3, as that will be out number 1. Well, with that, let's go to the starting lineups for Amarillo. As you see onto the right-hand side of your screen, Jones, Walter Solar, Pena, Hurley, Franco, Torrin, Luis, and Cerda will round it out for Amarillo here in Game 5. The Sod Poodles into a 4-game winning streak. San Antonio in a 4-game losing streak. And hopefully trying to switch that around with a road win. They have tonight and tomorrow afternoon to get something going. If Amarillo wins these last 2 games, it will be a 6-game shutout against San Antonio. Yeah, Johnny, and that would be bad. If they go home empty-handed with no wins in the basket, that would be really, really bad. I got to agree. Amarillo, a pretty good team in the Texas League, and, you know, that's why they clinched the first half playoff spot with the Frisco Rough Riders. Frisco being in first place, Amarillo in second place. And San Antonio being in the 3rd place. Midland in 4th place, Corpus Christi in the 5th place.
Batting third base.
Or I think that's how it goes. I mean, Rockhounds and San Antonio, you know, we definitely would have to check that out. And Bob, if you want to do the honors of doing that, you can pretty much do that. Well, I would say switch Corpus Christi and Midland around. Hooks are in 4th. Midland is down in last place. Oh. Okay, then. Well, right there's Yazo Solar come in. 1 out, 1 on here in the bottom of the 1st inning. And that one's going to be right there. And that's going to be caught to the left fielder, Kai Murphy. And boy, that is 2 down. Almost hit the ground. But anyway, pretty good on top of that. Here's Manuel Pena, the first baseman. First day of August. I can't even believe it's August. Yep. And we wrapped up July yesterday. Yep. Manuel Pena coming for a cold strike. It's 0-1 to him. And he's going, but that ain't going to do pretty good. As Verdugo in second will get his man out at first to Romeo Sanabria. And that ends the half inning. No runs, a hit, no errors. 1 left for Amarillo. 2nd inning set to go. It's no score through an inning.
Leading things off, the
designated hitter Clay Dungan is about set to go as we lead off the 2nd inning for San Antonio. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that one's going to be right there. Line drive. That's a base hit. Boy, and pretty good as Missions get their first hit of the second.
Number 10.
And so far, pretty good on that. Well, we'll go ahead and give you some scores in this half inning. Springfield leading 4-3 against Wichita, bottom of the sixth. Northwest Arkansas 7-2 against Tulsa. They're the bottom half of the fourth. Arkansas leading Midland 4-0 in the bottom of four. Corpus Christi leading 3-0 against the Frisco Rough Riders. And no score here in Amarillo against the visiting San Antonio Missions. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch right there. Ricochet foul. And it's 1-2. To the 7-hole batter, Nate Mondu, who comes in after the 6-hole batter gets on base with the base hit to left. Mondu down for the second strikeout for Bryce Jarvis. Kai Murphy, the 8-hole batter, coming in. And the pitch right there, broken bat, high pop up. And that's going to land. They get one. But they don't look off to first base.
Number 11.
Boy, avoid the broken shrapnel out there. As broken piece of corked bat, I got to say. Just got to avoid watching where you're stepping because little pieces of wood are everywhere after that. 1 ball and no strikes. The count now to Luis Verdugo as he comes in. And the pitch is right there and in for a strike. It's 1-1. San Antonio reports gray skies. That means cloudy. And that's going to be right there. Line drive, and that is through for a hit. And to third he goes. And now it's first and third.
Francisco Acuna.
And Francisco Acuna coming up to bat now. Hopefully to knock in 1 or 2 of these runs in and claim the lead for San Antonio. That one ricochet foul. It's 0-1. Crowd still piling in here in this Amarillo Stadium. Wateridge Field has been used since 2019 when they built the place. That one right there. Line drive up to the first baseman. And that will be recorded for the out. And that will do it. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left for San Antonio. 2.5 coming up. And it's no score. Well, we'll be set to go as Jack Hurley will lead it off for the bottom of the second when we come back here in the broadcast. Well, we lead off the bottom half of the second inning right now on the Sod Poodles Baseball Network. Jack Hurley coming in now, 5-6-7 due up against Ty Adcock as that one is hit foul. It's 0-1. Hey, you're getting pretty good without stuttering this here tonight, John. Yeah, working on it. The 0-1. That one out of play. It's 0-2. That one bouncing off the roof. As you hear a big doink on the roof. The 0-2 offering. And that one is out of play. No balls, 2 strikes to Hurley. The pitch. Slider is outside. The count now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And again fouls it off. No score here in the bottom of the second inning. 1-2 to Jack Hurley. And that one is got high in the air, straightaway center. Roberts under it. Makes the play, and that is out number 1.
Designated hitter, number 11.
Well, the designated hitter is Junior Franco, the next batter up. Wind up and the pitch. And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Well, Bob, can you tell when the kids go back to school here in Amarillo? Well, I think everybody starts up the 10th or the 15th here in the Sod Poodle City. And you hear that, little ones? Well, you got 10 to 15, and so far summer vacation almost over here in this one. Yep.
The shortstop, number 8.
Oh, out number 2 is Junior Franco being that out. Christopher Toring coming in, the shortstop. Oh, do you remember when you first went to school? Oh, yeah. That one right there, up to center field. That is through for a hit. Yep. We would get up early. Early. How early? About 5:30. Because the bus would come for us. And so far, my mom would be taking us and standing outside with us as we loaded up the bus. Denzel Lewis coming in. Takes a strike inside. It's 0-2. You think one day you're going to do that? I highly doubt it, Bob. No balls and 2 strikes. Right there, called strike 3, and Denzel Lewis gets rung up to dry, and that will be the inning. Well, no runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left as we go to the 3rd, and it's no score through 2.
Now pitching.
Left-handed reliever Avery Short is on the mound now for Amarillo as he comes into the 3rd here in this one. Center fielder Kai Roberts coming in to lead things off for San Antonio, and that one's going to be a curveball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 right-handed relievers, Landon Sims and Christian Minna, getting ready to warm up in the Sod Poodles bullpen. Here's the 1-0 offering. That one is a swing and a miss. It's 1-1. So far, the first 2 innings have gone down up to a no score. And that's going to be right there. Line drive. That is through for a hit. San Antonio needs the win tonight and tomorrow. And that would be a pretty even out fair right there. Well, with Amarillo winning the 4 of the 6 game series, got to say San Antonio's down to tonight and tomorrow afternoon.
No, that's out.
Yep. They need to get something going here, Bobby, because we return home on Tuesday taking on Springfield, and we got to find a way to get in and win here tonight and tomorrow. Well, hopefully San Antonio could get something going. Well, we need a victory. That one out of play. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 on, nobody out. Top of 3, no score. Dirtball gets him down, and that's out number 1.
First baseman, number 9.
First strikeout for the left-handed reliever, Avery Short, as he picks up the strikeout for the first out. Romeo Sanabria coming in. Here's the first pitch to him. That one yanked foul, and it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. And that is in for a strike. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count now to Sanabria. And the pitch. That one's a bouncy ball right there. They don't look at second. They'll flip it to first. And in time, out number 2. A runner gets into scoring position.
22.
And here is right fielder Braden Carpathios. Carpathios looking in. Ready for Avery Short to give to him. And that one is right there. High in the air. Center field makes the play. And that's the half inning. Well, no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. As we go midway through 3, and it's no score through 3.5.
Leading off, catcher, number
The catcher is Christian Serta as he comes in. Bob, you want to come on in and do some? Sure. Well, Serta coming in. Thank you there, Johnny. As taken in for a strike, it's 0-1. Starting to see a little hue in the clouds, right, Johnny? Yep. Fans enjoying a Saturday night, and don't forget, post-game fireworks after the ball game. Oh, yeah. You forgot about tonight's promotional. Mm-hmm.
now batting.
Oh, don't forget, it's Stay Cool Sunday. Boy, temperature is 98 degrees, humidity. As we look at tomorrow afternoon to wrap up a 6-game set against San Antonio. Drew Jones coming in. Here's the pitch to him, and ooh, that's going to get him. And not in time, as that will be 2-1 and nobody out.
Fielder, number 25.
By golly, that was just rough around the edges. Here is Gene Walters. As he comes in, takes a strike, it's 0-1. That ball bounced right off of Ty Adcock and felt like he got stung by hornets, wasps, or bees or whatever. Couldn't complete the play. As that ball ricocheted right off of him.
Ball.
Gutter is outside, 1-2 to Walters. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2-1, nobody out, bottom of 3. Swing and a miss, they got him. And that is out number 1. Well, pretty good for Ty Adcock as he gets in there and he collects the strikeout right there in front of him. Being out number 1, that is just rough around the edges for that number 2 batter for Amarillo. That is for sure. Yazzo Solar coming in. Oh, Bob, you're supposed to come in and take over. Oh, sorry there, Johnny. What are you doing? Oh, I guess I'm in La La Land, I guess. 0-2 as that's fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes to Yazzo Solar. And the pitch right there, swinging the dirt. Splitter gets him chasing.
Now batting.
And that one right there, being the 4th strikeout for Ty Adcock, as getting in. And that'll bring in first baseman Manuel Pena. As he leads it off. To the four-hole batter, he comes in from the stretch. And that one yanked foul. It's 0-1. No balls, one strike. Here's the pitch. And that's a broken bat right there. And there is no throw. So now that will load up the bases. And so far now 90 feet away is the runner at third for Amarillo. Bases are loaded. And the pitch right there in the end for a strike. It's 0-1. You know, Johnny, that was two broken bats here in this game. Yep. And the same directional area of the first bat now to the second bat. So no balls and one strike. The pitch. Yanked foul. It's 0-2. They'll hopefully trying to get out of the half inning unscathed. And let's see if they can get something going. Here's the pitch. And that one is yanked foul. Still hanging on is 0-2. No balls, two strikes. The pitch. That one high in the air. And that's going to land. So now Amarillo scores in their first two. And it's a 2 RBI single by Jack Hurley. Now it will be corners, first and third. And boy, to tell you one thing, they got that one pretty good. Now the Sod Poodles out in front, 2-0 against San Antonio. Junior Franco coming in is 0 for 1, a ground out to the DH here. No balls, one strike. And the pitch is right there and out of play. It's 0-2. No balls, two strikes to count. And here's the windup. And foul. Look like Ty Adcock will have his last inning here in the bottom of the third. And that one yanked out of play. It's 0-2. Still hanging on is Franco. And the pitch. Still hanging on. No balls, two strikes. First and third, 2 away. And that's going to be right there. Liner straight away. And Amarillo scores in the third run on a Junior Franco single. Now, by golly, that is like one of the greatest hits that you can ever see in minor league baseball. They are coming back, hopefully, to win this fifth game. And that would put San Antonio on their knees in the sixth game of this series. Yeah, I really say, Johnny, they have not had a pretty good road trip here in Amarillo. But hopefully, you know, this is the first 6-game road trip in Amarillo for the year. And then another 6 to wrap up the year. Yep. The last week of September
Now pitching, number 60.
that we play baseball for the second half regular season. So we'll turn it over to a new right-handed reliever. Evan Fitterer is on the mound for San Antonio. Christopher Torin coming in, 2 up on bases, 2 down in the bottom of the third as 3 runs in to score this half inning. Amarillo leading at 3-0 against the San Antonio Missions. You got to say, hopefully San Antonio could get this game turned around and hopefully get something going. Hopefully. No balls, 2 strikes to Torin. And here's the pitch. That's going to be right there. Up to Verdugo to Sanabria. And in time, that ends the inning. So, 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and they leave 2. 4th inning here in Amarillo. The Sod Poodles in front, 3-0.
The designated hitter, Clay.
Well, the designated hitter is Clay Dungan as we get ready to go. Boy, the sky turning a hue color as we have the afternoon or early evening clouds starting to come in. Gotta say, all the clouds are scattered about this evening, and that one is high fly in the air up to left field, and that is out number 1.
Now batting third.
I like what San Antonio is seeing tonight. It's cloudy skies with that rain cool air that moved into the area. Oh, yeah. It feel like fall there in San Antonio, at least for tonight.
Ball.
Nate Mondu coming in. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Nobody on here in the 4th inning for the Missions. And that one is yanked foul. The count now 1-1. Arkansas 5-0 against Midland. Bottom of the 5th inning there at Franco Park against the Arkansas Travelers. Northwest Arkansas, big lead against Tulsa as they lead at 8-2 there in Tulsa, Oklahoma at DCJ Field. Springfield leading 4-3 against Wichita. Which that will be their last 6-game series between them 2 ball clubs of the year. Wichita and Springfield. And that is out number 2. Mondu is down for the strikeout. 2 strikeouts for Avery Short. Kai Murphy coming in 0 for 1 to the fielder's choice. Corpus Christi leading 4-0. Boy, good lead for the Hooks.
That's a ball.
And that one is out 1-0. Even though San Antonio doesn't play them for the remainder of the year. Now after tonight, 1 game left with Amarillo. Then we'll have Springfield next week for 6. Frisco during the 2nd week. Northwest Arkansas during the 3rd week. 4th would be Springfield to the road. Our last ever homestand between Midland. And then it'll be back here in Amarillo for that 6-game season finale. Will strike 3, no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on. Bottom of 4, Amarillo in front, 3-0. Denzel Lewis gets ready to go as we bring you the bottom of the 4th coming up for the Sod Poodles here in this one. Well, we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning for Amarillo. And lean it off the 8-hole batter, Denzel Lewis is 0 for 1. Man, the hue is turning it into a show tonight. Look at the clouds. Yeah, it's making it glow a orange color. My favorite color. The 0-1. That one popped up and is out count. 0-2. So we see that a lot of times in San Antonio. And so far tonight, yeah, going to be a pretty good one right there. That's a slider and 1 down. Now remember, Bob, we can't call what that ball is because that is a rule written in the handbook for a reason. Oh. So, yeah, that you did the first time. Christian Serta coming in, takes a inside, it's 0-1. Now remember, we can't tell what pitch it is because evidently people around would be like, oh, you know, we could cheat on that. Right there up to the shortstop, Acuna throws down the first to Sanabria. That is out number 2. Yeah, you know, the Houston Astros got caught cheating in 2019, stealing the catcher signals, hitting the bats inside the dugout, and hitting the cans in the dugout. which they got fined miserably right after that. And then the manager got fired, or he just literally got quit. Well, I don't think he would quit, but they would definitely fire him. My point exactly. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 4th. Amarillo to the front lead of this game. That one fouled off. Still hanging on is 0-2. No balls at 2 strikes. That one hit foul. It's 0-2. 0-2 offering.
That missed. That's a ball.
And that one is outside, 1-2. One and two offering. High in the air, straight away. Up to left field is Kai Murphy. Runs it down, and that ends the half inning. Well, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. As we go to the 5th inning, Amarillo in front, 3-0.
Leading off, second base.
Top of the 5th, here is second baseman Luis Verdugo. So he gets set to bat the 5th inning, 9-1-2 against Avery Short. The left-handed reliever comes in, but takes 1 ball and no strikes. Here is the 1-0 offering. And that one foul. Well, Corpus Christi next week taking on Tulsa. San Antonio taking on Springfield on Tuesday through Sunday next week. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Luis Verdugo, 1 for 1 of the evening. And that one bashed high in the air, and that'll get down. Luis Verdugo goes to second on a no-out double.
Shortstop, Francisco Acuna.
Francisco Acuna getting ready to go. Is hitting that one. And that one is, yep, just to the right field area. Just what San Antonio needed to get this half inning underway. Acuna ready to go, batting in the right-hand batter box. Swings and misses after that change. It's 0-1. So for 1 a walk. No balls, 1 strike. Runner at second. Here's the pitch.
Nope.
And that one is outside, 1-1. But they're going to argue that and see where that one was. And the call is going to uphold right there. It's ball 1. Well, after tomorrow, Amarillo heads somewhere. I don't know where they go. Well, they go to Arkansas. Oh, wow. So first road trip to Arkansas.
Ball.
And then after that, they take on Midland. Here's a 2-2 offering, and that one's going to be lofted high in the air. Might be enough for a tag up. Nope. That will go foul. So no tag up. Boy, somebody getting that baseball, and hopefully they knew who hit that one. Was Francisco Acuna. Ouch! And that got him right in the back.
Number 24.
Ow, my back. Are you trying to sound like Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man? Yep. When he fell down from that building and grabbed a laundry line and hit the wall and 2 cars after that. Center fielder Kai Roberts coming in. Boy, base hit would get 2 runs. Home run would get all of them.
Ball.
Outside for the ball, it's 1-1, and they're going to argue that one too. So it's going to be upheld. So, yeah, you can't say nothing much about a call getting upheld, you go with the flow right there. Whatever that home plate umpire says, he calls it. Calls it for a good reason. 1-2, nobody out, 2-1. Center fielder Kai Roberts to the plate for San Antonio. That one is high flying in the air. Anybody gonna get it? And that would be the center fielder making the play, one down.
Now batting, catcher, number
One man out as Roberts goes down. Here is Ethan Salas. And can he get them all? That would be pretty good. Tie up the ball game, 3-3. And that's going to be right there. And that's going to be a line drive base hit. And still searching for it out there. 1-run scores, 2-run score. It's a 2-run triple for Ethan Salas. And boy, let's look at this again. See, the left fielder missed it. It rolls all the way to the wall. That gave him plenty enough time to try to get the runner to third out, but evidently they don't get him. Now here is Romeo Sanabria. Tying run at third. The go ahead is Sanabria, who is 1 for 2 single. And boy, that is a pretty good start for this top half of the fifth. No balls and 1 strike. Base hit, we get the runner in from third. And that is a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at third. Here's the pitch. Right there, out of play. And that goes foul. And that is right there. Gets him down on the change, and that's 2 down. Boy, pretty good right there, Johnny, as Avery Short collects the strikeout. And so far, pretty good on top of that one. Now here is right fielder Braden Carpathios. Hitting that one high in the air. Shortstop on it. Makes the play and ends the half inning. A 2-run triple by Ethan Salas. Puts him finally on the board. And we go bottom of 5. Amarillo leads it 3-2. So we're back here for the bottom of the 5th coming up.
leading off. Right.
Well, here's right fielder Gene Walters, 1 for 2 single here as we lead off the home half of the 5th for Amarillo. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that one is in for a strike. It's 0-1. I'll tell you one thing, Amarillo can hopefully keep the lead intact, and that one's high in the air. Sanabria under it, makes the play, out number 1. But you know, Bob, San Antonio needs to get in and win a few here tonight and tomorrow, which hopefully they do. Yazo Solar coming in now, and then here's the pitch. And that one's going to be line drive, and that's a base hit. Right up to left field as Kai Murphy gets it back in time. And that's a 1-out single for Solar.
Now batting. First baseman, Manuel.
Well, the first baseman is Manuel Pena. Coming in, takes that one down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. 1 for 2 single to the first baseman here tonight. Boy, hopefully a little rain is falling there in San Antonio. Not as bad as a thunderstorm would be, but, you know, you get a little rain here and there through the outskirts where San Antonio had that tornado last month. And that's going to be right there, line drive. That is a base hit going all the way to the outfield wall in right. And it looks like Amarillo scores in the 4th run, and they do. Manuel Pena gets a RBI double, and now it's Amarillo 4-2. Man, they really got something going here in this game, Johnny. Yeah, they do. They are playing it pretty good as they did the last 4 nights in a row against San Antonio. And that's right there by Nate Mondu getting out number 2 as he had to reach up and make the play on that one. Boy, that was good.
Designated hitter, number 11.
Junior Franco, the designated hitter, coming in. 1 for 2, RBI single in the third. 2 out, runner at second. Bottom of 5, 4-2 Amarillo against the Missions. Junior Franco coming up now for the Sod Poodles. Hits that one right there. And up to Sanabria as he steps on the bag. The unassisted play gets the out and ends the inning. Manuel Pena getting that RBI double and brings in a run. 6th inning coming up. Amarillo in front 4-2. Well, halfway through the ball game tonight as we give you the instant replay of the first half of it. So far, boy, that was a little bit of a hue when we all looked at it. Well, San Antonio getting that 2-run triple by Ethan Salas, which that was pretty good.
Number 31.
Landon Sims, a right-handed reliever, comes in from the dugout. 4-seam slider, changeup, and a 2-seam fastball getting in as he's called to the bullpen in this one. Clay Duncan coming in as we lead off the top half of the 6th inning. For San Antonio, that one is outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. 1 for 2 single to the DH. Boy, a last night game here for this week. And then Sunday afternoon, a 1:05 start.
That's a ball.
Make sure you wear light, loose clothing, and so far pretty good if you come in and get something going. Here's a 2-0 offering. Right there in line foul.
Ball.
Starting to get dark here in Amarillo as we lost the hue to those clouds.
Hey!
And right there, the count now 2-2. You know, if we were in Midland taking on the Rockhounds tonight, that hue would last for at least a few innings. Yeah, I gotta say, Johnny, that'd be pretty cool. High in the air up to left field, and that is out number 1.
Baseman, number 10.
But no, we are not in Midland. Apparently Arkansas and the Rockhounds taking each other on there in Franco Park. Here's the pitch, and that's a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. And that one is in for a strike, and, well, 1-1 the count.
2.
And that's in for a strike. It's 1-2. Boy, Wichita, I tell you one thing. Right there and out for strike 3. Nate Mondu getting struck out by Landon Sims.
Fielder, Kai Murphy.
Left fielder Kai Murphy coming in. 0 for 2 strikeout to the fielder's choice. That one bashed high in the air. Straight away center. And that is the half inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left for San Antonio. We go now to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Amarillo leads it 4-2. Bottom of 6, Bob, take it away. Yep, thank you, dear Johnny. Shortstop is Christopher Torin as he comes in. 7-8-9 due up against Evan Federer. Right-handed reliever on the mound for San Antonio, and that's going to be right there. Boy, right fielder Braden Carpathios nearly lost that one, as that was middle half to the ground as you look at it. Second baseman is Janzel Lewis coming in. And here's the windup and the pitch. That's in for a strike. It's 0-1. Boy, Northwest Arkansas doing pretty good there in Tulsa. Don't you think there, Johnny? Yep, as they lead 8-2, they are doing really well. No balls and one strike, and that's a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Arkansas leading 6-1 against Midland. Top of the 7th inning. Corpus Christi 4-0. Bottom of 6. Amarillo leading this game 4-2 against San Antonio. Bottom of 6. And right there, strike 3 called, as that will be the swing and a miss. And they're 2 down.
Now batting, catcher.
Springfield
Number
4-3 against Wichita. Top of the 9th inning. That ball game at beautiful Blue River Stadium is almost over. And Christian Schurter coming in. Boy, Blue River Stadium will be after that series against Northwest Arkansas. Yep. That one yanked foul. The count now 0-2. Boy, this half inning going pretty quick. What'd you think there, Bob? Oh, yeah. I think it's going to go really quick if you get 3 up, 3 down innings. That one's the line drive up to left field. That is through for a base hit. Getting past Nate Mondu. Ray Park being that first base manager. And that one foul. 0-1 to the center fielder Jones. 1 for 3 single and a run here in this ball game. Which pretty good on that. Here's the 0-1, and that one yanked foul, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count now. And the pitch. That one foul. No balls, 2 strikes to count. The pitch. High in the air, straight away, up to left field. Murphy under it makes the play, and nothing doing after that base hit. And so far, they will leave the field unscathed in this half inning. Well, Amarillo leading at 4-2 as we go to the 7th inning. Sod Poodles lead 2 in this game.
Second baseman, number 11.
Well, the second baseman is Luis Verdugo as we lead off the top half of the 7th inning. Little bit of daylight left in the left-hand corner of your screen. Why not tell you one thing? Just a beautiful day. Boy, cloud cover doing really good here tonight, but it will get mostly clear skies by later on. That one high fly in the air straight away, center field, and that is out number 1.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco.
Well, that'll bring up the shortstop Francisco Acuna. Hit by a pitch is 0 for 1. So we got a free pass to a walk here in this ball game. Oh, that's for sure. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The count now to Acuna. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. It went after it. No balls and 2 strikes here to the shortstop. Fouls that one off. Don't even say it. No balls and 2 strikes. Because remember, Bob, we can't say what type it is. Well, I mean, we could say what they have, but we just can't call it out no more. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Sorry. 1-2. That one ricochet foul. But, yeah, a nice, good night here in Amarillo. One more sleep and then one more road game here in Amarillo, and that's going to be right there and outside 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. And the pitch. That one is high in the air, and That will load up the count now to 3-2. Kai Roberts awaits on deck. And that one is pelted high in the air. And that's going to get off the wall. And right there, Francisco Acuna getting up to a double.
Number 24.
And man, pretty good as he hit that one hard. And we heard the crack of the bat on top of that one. Oh, that was a pretty good one indeed there, Johnny. Yeah, sure was. Well, since it's the first day of August, we have to really look online to see if the 2027 schedule was out. And, well, hopefully it is. No, it hasn't been released yet. Okay. But most evidently, Facebook will let us know if it does come out. That's high in the year, but not enough to advance the runner from second.
Now batting.
But anyway, the tying run coming in, but now we're going to have a pitching change for Amarillo. Landon Sims, the right-handed reliever, is out of the ball game. And so far, that would do for him as he leaves here pretty good tonight. Cade Stroud, a new right-handed reliever coming in, 1.71 ERA, 22 and .9 in the strikeout rate, 179 over those 176, which that to me pretty good there, Johnny. Well, you're not lying about that there, Bobby. Ethan Salas coming in now. Swings to a high one, and that one is for a strike. It's 0-1. Ooh, that was a nasty high one, wasn't it? Oh, you don't reckon. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. And that one's going to be right there, high in the air. And that's going to get down. And here comes the run. And that will score in from second. And now it's a 1-run ball game for Amarillo. Ooh-wee. Boy, and San Antonio trying to make a little push here tonight, ain't they? Yep.
Ball outside.
And the batter now, Romeo Sanabria, the first baseman, comes in. 1 ball and no strikes. Boy, so far a pretty good one indeed. Getting into this one. The pitch, swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. Close game, 4-3. Amarillo in front into the driver's seat for now. And trying to chase that one is in for a cold strike, 1-2. Bottom half of the 7th inning coming up here in Amarillo. And that's a swing and a miss. They got him. So that will do it as we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's taking me out to the ball game. Amarillo leads it 4-3. So we'll be right back here in this one as Gene Walters to lead it off for Amarillo when we come back from the 7th inning stretch. Well, hope you've had a pretty good seventh inning stretch, because now time to get back to this nighttime ball game on this Saturday night. John Baker, take it away. Thank you there, Bobby. Gene Walters coming in as we lead off the bottom of the seventh for Amarillo. And now it's going to be right there. Diving catch. Oh, look at that. Kai Murphy takes quite a tumble making that one. Whoa. Well, that was a magnificent play. Boy, he got down there, lost his balance making the play. One down. Yeah. Yazo Solar coming in. 1 for 3, single on the run. 4-3 Amarillo here in the bottom of the seventh inning. The 0-1 right there, a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. No balls, the 2 strikes to count. And a pitch. And that one, right off the team store, will go foul. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. That one swing and a miss. They got him. Out number 2.
First baseman,
Well, Manuel Pena coming in is 2 through 3. Double, single, RBI, and a run. Boy, Evan Federer looks like he's almost done. But so far, pitching very good here for a right-handed reliever. No balls and 1 strike, 2 out, nobody on for Amarillo. Bottom of 7. That one will go foul. 0-2. Nighttime here at the ballpark as stadium lights to full effect. High in the air, straight away, left field. In time, out number 3, caught from Kai Murphy. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. And we go now to the 8th. Amarillo in front, 4-3. Well, get set to go as right fielder Braden Carpathios leads it off for San Antonio when we come back here in this one. Well, we go to the top half of the 8th inning right now for the Missions Baseball Network. Leading things off here for San Antonio, Braden Carpathios to come in. As he takes that one inside for a strike, it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Boy, starting to see a full moon tonight, ain't we? And it's orange coming up. You can see it through the clouds. Really nice coloring. No balls at 2 strikes. Right there, a swing and a miss. They got him. And that is 1 down. Boy, Cade Stroud getting the first strikeout on the hill for Amarillo. Boy, just nice and cool as we get into the ball game, and that's going to be right there in through sink to the center field area. Tying run now at first base.
Now batting third base.
And hopefully trying to get the dugout going after that half inning in the 7th. Amarillo trying everything they can to win this one and hold up to that 1-run expectation.
Yeah.
That's right there in the countdown. 0-1 to Nate Mondu, the third baseman. 0 for 3 and 3 strikeouts. Well, so far, tomorrow being the last game of the 6-game series, and then we head back home to San Antonio and we take on Springfield. Springfield Cardinals in town.
That's a ball.
Cutters down and in. The count now 2-1. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be lofted high in the air. Carrying well near the warning track as the center fielder makes a play, and that is out number 2.
Kai Murphy.
Kai Murphy coming in now. Strikeout to fly out to a fielder's choice here tonight. And here's the pitch. High in the air, straight away. Left field. And in time, that is out number 3. And that will be the side retired. So it's no runs hit to Rivers and nobody left on as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Amarillo leads it 4-3. Well, we'll be set to go as Jack Hurley will lead off the bottom of the 8th inning when we come back here in this one. Well, we go to the bottom half of the eighth inning for Amarillo. Right now, the Sod Poodles Baseball Network. Jack Hurley coming in now, 5-6-7, due up against Evan Federer as that is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Federer almost tired. On the mound now for San Antonio. That one's down and in, 1-1. 10,869 in attendance. Full house, having a Sod Poodles game plus the fireworks show included after the conclusion of the game. That one is out of play. The count now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's going to be right there. And that will be for a single. Boy, and Jack Hurley doing pretty good as he gets the lead off to that base hit. Here is Junior Franco. Franco coming in, high fly in the air. Sanabria stays where he is, and he waits on it to make the play, out number 1.
Now batting.
Boy, and San Antonio chasing the run tonight. Hopefully to claim the lead and get something going. Christopher Torin is in now to the box as he'll miss outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Corpus Christi 6-0 against Frisco. Top of the 8th inning. Arkansas 7-3. Northwest Arkansas against Tulsa 8-3. Top of the 9th.
That's a ball.
We do have a final from Springfield. Final score 4-3. Springfield wins it against Wichita. 2-0. Here's the count.
Here.
And that is inside for a strike. It's 2-1. Confidence level for Federer is high.
2.
And that is in for strike 2. So 2-2 the count now. 2-2 offering. High in the air, straight away right. Carpathios makes the play. And there is out number 2.
Now batting. Second baseman, number 10.
Well, the second baseman is Janzel Lewis. 0 for 3 and 3 strikeouts tonight for the Sod Poodles. Boy, 1 more to go as San Antonio will have the top of the 9th inning. They chase the run in the ballpark. Hoping to win here tonight and tomorrow afternoon to conclude this homestand. And then head home to go.
He's out.
And the shortstop Acuna will take it himself, and that is a 3rd out. And that will do it. 9th inning coming up. Amarillo in front, 4-3. 9th inning coming up for San Antonio coming up as Derek Law, a new right-handed reliever, will finish off the open door policy. And we'll be right back here in this one. Well, we go to the top half of the ninth inning. San Antonio trailing this game by a run. As we look at it, right-handed reliever is Derek Law as he comes in. Welcome you back into the ball game, as we do apologize for being off just a bit too much as we get going for this half of the ninth inning.
Baseman, number 11.
Well, John Baker, take it away. Thank you there, Bobby. Luis Verdugo coming in now as we'll lead off the ninth. And that one is crushed high in the air and up to the left field wall, as that will be one down. Boy, and San Antonio needs to try any means necessary to get this game tied up and hopefully try hard to get something going.
Hey-ha!
That is going to be right there and in. So hopefully free baseball will go around, and that one yanked foul. It's 0-2. Boy, Francisco Acuna doing pretty good tonight. And that's a line drive straight to third. Intercepted by the third baseman. And now one away to get this win.
Number 24.
Amarillo evidently has a is it a 6-game winning streak? I do believe that's what it is. That one's going to be high in the air. And that will be the Sod Poodles taking this one. And now Amarillo gets the W. 6 in a row. 6-game winning streak. Taking 5 against San Antonio. And boy, they win it by a run. How do you like that? Not too often you see that, but now you did tonight, as they will win it by a run. And so far, what a night it's been for the two teams here tonight. Well, we'll get y'all going as we lead off the final game tomorrow afternoon. And final score here in Amarillo, Sod Poodles will win it 4-3. Ty Adcock getting the loss. The player of the game is Derek Law. And the win goes to Avery Shorts. Well, that pretty much sums everything up. Amarillo now winning their 54th of the season in a 6-game winning streak. And boy, they are really, really on cruise control. 54 wins on a 6-game winning streak. And so far, pretty good. So San Antonio now 46-55. So a Corpus Christi win would put the Hooks up to 3rd place and San Antonio down to 4th place. Boy, and these Frisco and Amarillo have really been on a cruise control. And so far you look at it, it's pretty interesting when you see what's going on in the ball game. But tell you one thing, pretty good for the first day of August. Amarillo getting a pretty good win, and so far they extend their winning streak to at least 6. And San Antonio now into a 5-game losing streak, which that is really beating them up. But hopefully tomorrow it will be a new day, as the Missions will try to win one before going home, and so far that will be pretty much a good thing if they can. Well, Springfield taking the 4-3 victory against Wichita. They were the first ones done in the Texas League, which that right there was all right to begin with. But most evidently, a pretty good night for Amarillo as they take it by the final of 4-3 here tonight. And so far, San Antonio, boy, not doing too good in this homestand. But hopefully, one more day to at least get a win. And Amarillo into that 6-game winning streak. Getting in and getting something going. Well, hopefully everything going pretty well and everybody else. Man, and I tell you one thing, Arkansas has really been on the cruise control. Rockhounds have not won a game since their arrival in Midland. But by golly, I tell you one thing, it's getting pretty interesting how we look at the ball game itself. But anyway, tell you one thing, always a pretty good thing when you see something getting interesting as a ball game. Well, anyway, Corpus Christi, boy, it looked like they are going to win the 4th place. Well, actually, let's turn that around, shall we? Corpus Christi 7-0 in the bottom of the 9th inning. A Corpus Christi win in Frisco would put the Hooks to 3rd place. San Antonio down into a 3rd place position. But anyway, if the Hooks win against Frisco, Corpus Christi will move to 3rd and San Antonio to 4th. That means Midland evidently being a half a game away between San Antonio and Corpus Christi. Most evidently pretty good. Well, final scores are going to come on in, so might as well just stay live as we go through the rest of this one. But San Antonio, I tell you, they battled it out today, but end up losing. And I was hoping that they would have got something going, which apparently that right there that right there just pretty good. But yeah, I tell you one thing. Look like Corpus Christi going to get in and hopefully get something going. San Antonio Tomorrow should get something going. So, yes, we are going to go ahead and see what's going on in Statesman's Park. And yep, that always something with Bally Live. Just doesn't work at times, but you got to force it to work. Well, okay, so Corpus Christi will now take the 47th. And Frisco now 56 and 44. And they will officially claim third place. That is the Corpus Christi Hooks. And now San Antonio being in third, going to fourth. And to tell you one thing, not a good thing when you see a team like that just struggle offensively by a final score 7-0. Well, anyway, Northwest Arkansas and Tulsa, boy, that is a game changer there in Oklahoma. Arkansas leading 9-4 against Midland. But yes, the Arkansas Travelers have the high ground on that ball game. But anyway, yep, tomorrow going to be a pretty good night for Amarillo in this ball game, and everybody else that wins it, Corpus Christi won it, Amarillo, Springfield, Arkansas. Arkansas definitely trying to get a victory again like the past couple of nights there in Midland. Boy, Rockhounds have been struggling through this homestand as well. They have literally tried to get something going on, but, evidently they've been out-hit, outrun. It's all the above. Whoa, look at that. Now they get a runner straight to third. Boy, that is something you don't see every day, but, well, now you do. Yeah, I tell you one thing. Be a pretty good, interesting time to see something go on as, Northwest Arkansas and Tulsa, they are literally battling it out there in Tulsa. It'd be pretty nice to see them next season in San Antonio. That would be pretty good. Arkansas and Tulsa will hopefully get to come, but we'll definitely have to see when that schedule will drop. It should drop any day now. We are keeping our eyes on that schedule. We also check Facebook as well, because most of that information would come on Facebook. You would just have to go to their websites and see if the schedule has dropped. Most definitely, we get on and we look and see where, if San Antonio and the Missions Baseball Club has seen anything out of the ordinary in front of the 2027 schedule. But I don't know. The first team that would ever release the schedule would be the Frisco Rough Riders. They released it first last year in the Texas League. But anywho, gonna be a pretty good one. If they release it today or, tomorrow, that would be pretty good as well if they could get things going. Corpus Christi. I don't see anything regarding a 2027 for them. Yep, but hopefully. Let's see. Northwest Arkansas just called the ball game. Final score 8-7 in Tulsa. So they will win their 41st and tie up against Wichita. So, boy, I thought Tulsa would have won that one and claimed the 65th. Well, two more teams tonight on this first night of August. And hopefully to get something going. Arkansas, and looky there. They just called it right now. Arkansas claims the 58th against Midland. So it'll be 54 losses for the Rockhounds. And so far, that does it for tonight. Everybody has played baseball. And so far, Sunday being the final game of this 6-game road trip in Amarillo. Boy, that would be really huge to see something big come in tomorrow. Hopefully San Antonio could cut this losing streak down and to get into a final home game victory here in Amarillo. That would be pretty good. What do you think there, Bobby? Well, I think, Johnny, it would be a pretty good one. But most evidently, just have to keep your fingers crossed on that one. That is for sure. Well, anyway, for all of us here tonight, we thank you for coming into the ball game. And so far, hope you all have enjoyed the time with us here tonight. As boy, tell you what, it was a one-run victory for Amarillo, and San Antonio trying to come back, and they couldn't come back. 3 outs, they were finished. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a good rest of your night. First pitch tomorrow evening at 1:05. Gates open at high noon. So make sure that y'all come in and get something going. San Antonio hopefully will get a win. Hopefully they will battle it out and keep up a pretty good deal of momentum. And hopefully getting something going pretty good on that. Well, y'all have a good night and see y'all tomorrow. Final game, 6-game series. Yeah, have a good night, everybody. Drive home safely.